Right, we with 2016 now. So I did make a poll just now. Just give the videos a little while to render. If you all getting it in 360p, just give it a chance, right? The internet is very slow, so YouTube will take a while to convert it to high definition, where you can get 720 and 1080p and so on. All right, let me tackle this bad boy here. Tra la 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 can be. All right, this is a repeat. I think this is a repeat from the specimen paper, if I'm not mistaken. It is not. It's the repeat from this here. It is not. Okay, it's not a repeat. Thought so. I just did this question already. All right, so we'll do it here now. I mean, how to do this, boy? Sorry. You could solve this on your calculator. 1. Check minus 13, minus 12, 7, and 13. And actually, yeah, let's do that, right? Let's do that. For those who have a calculator, to, you know, let me cater for those who don't have a calculator, no? Let me do it. Brother man, there's a law that could help you here, right? 2x plus 1 into x plus 2 into x minus 3. Let me make life a little easy. Let me expand it and then equate the x coefficient. If I expand in the next two brackets first. X into x minus 3 plus 2 into x minus 3. This is the easiest approach, right? It might be a little long. Sorry. Minus 6. It might be a little long, but it's the easiest approach. X squared minus x minus 6. X squared minus x minus 6. I'll go expand this now. 2x into x squared minus x minus 6 plus 1 into x squared minus x minus 6. I'll get 2x cubed minus 2x squared minus 12x plus x squared minus x minus 6. I'm only concerned with hx, so I'm only concerned with minus 12x minus x is minus 13x is minus hx, h is minus 13. That as a single fraction is, I'm going to do the shortcut, x plus 3 over x squared minus 9, so, and then so. So 1 into x squared minus 9 plus 3 into x plus 3 all over x plus 3 into x squared minus 9. In the top, I'll get x squared minus 9 plus 3x plus 9. You cancel with you. So my top looking like a x squared plus 3x. Does the top of these have x squared plus 3x? No, it doesn't. Over x plus 3 into x squared minus 9. So it means we had to do a little more simplification, so I can factorize it up. X into x plus 3 over x plus 3 into x squared minus 9. You go with you, x over x squared minus 9. The answer is A. Another way you could have done this, probably a little bit easier, just pick a value for x. Let me say we pick in 10 as x. Substitute 10 in the question over here. See what you get. Hold on to that number as a fraction and then substitute 10 in each one of these here, and you're supposed to get the same thing for the correct answer. Which of the graph best represents this here? We did this one already. It wasn't B in the answers, but it was this graph cutting at 1 and 0. Boy, this is a nice question, guys. This is a really nice question. So this could take 5 minutes, right? And to understand what's going on, you had to pay attention. If you have trouble transpositioning or making something the subject of the formula, well, brother man, scrap or smoke your pipe. You are supposed to be able to do this given that you are bright maths students. I'm gonna pour my light. I'm gonna pour my light out of it. Alright, cool. Light on. Let me tackle this fella here now. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to something in the form of a completed square. A into x plus h squared plus k. Now, we know that A is A. We know that how H is B over 2A. Alright, we know that from the previous video. So the answers could only be this or this. Because this is in the form A into x plus h. We know this is h. B over 2a is h. But which one is k? Is it this one or is it this one? Time to see. Now we know that how k is equal to c minus a h squared. What is h? K is equal to c minus a into b over 2a squared. C minus a into b squared over 4a squared. The a could cancel with the a. I get 4a on the below. C minus b squared over 4a, and I can bring this to a simple fraction. 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. So 4ac minus b squared all over 4a. So the answer is D. I mean, not so difficult in the long run. I hope you all follow what I do there. The quadratic is such that the sum of the roots is minus 2/3. So alpha plus beta is minus 2/3. And the product of the roots, alpha beta, is 3/4. The quadratic equation is, so we know generally a quadratic is x squared minus the sum of the roots, x, plus the product of the roots is equal to 0. X squared minus the sum of the roots, x, plus the product of the roots is equal to 0. So I got x squared plus 2x over 3 plus 3 over 4 is equal to 0. So we had to multiply by 12 to bring everything as integers. 12x plus 3 into 12 is 4, 4 2s are 8, plus 4 into 12 is 3, 3 3s are 9. 12x squared plus 8x plus 9. Excuse me. Bear with the little sniffles, right, guys? It's not COVID. It's sinus. All right, we do this question already. Sorry again. C is the answer. The set of values for which this is greater than or equal to 0. Make life easy. 2x plus 1. For questions like this, just bring the denominator on top, right? Just for your multiple choice, it is the wrong procedure to do it, but just bring it on top. Cool? This is going to be a positive x squared. So it's going to be this. I want to know whether this is greater than 0. So it will be here and here. All right? When I solve this, I get 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is minus a half. And x is 1. So those are my solutions. So this is minus a half and this is 1. So the solutions is going to be x is less than minus a half and x is greater than 1. X is less than or equal to minus a half. Or x is greater than or equal to 1. It's supposed to be and, man. Union is and. right? To me, it's supposed to be and, not supposed to be or. All right. If f of x is that, this is what I was talking about with the last range question. For this particular question here, they gave us a domain, which means we have to work with the domain. So just as before, I'm going to write 1/8 x cubed. Y is equal to x cubed over 8. So this is how this graph looks. And the question says that this graph, I'm only concerned when x is between -2 and 4. So between -2 and 4, I'm only concerned with this piece of the graph here and this piece of the graph here. That's all I'm concerned with. Now, based on the graph, I can see that the range between -2, let me draw it. The range between -2 gonna be here and 4 gonna be here. So the range for the graph is going to be this set of values, which is going to be between -1 and 8. That's going to be the range between these two values of my domain. But, well, -1 and 8, so let me just circle it one time. But how do I do the calculations for it? One thing you can do is just substitute this as x, substitute this as x, and you'll get -1 as the lower part and 8 as the higher part. Now, there is a problem, and I don't think CSEC will really bother with this problem or bring this particular issue, is when the minimum point or the maximum point is between here. In this case, an inflection point was between here, so it didn't bother the range. So for this particular question, plug in your x, your lower value, plug in a higher value in f of x, and get the corresponding range. We did this question already. Yeah. This was last year. Well, 2015. Let me go back the answer. This was in the earlies, right? It was. So the answer is 8x minus 17 over 2x minus 5. Which of the following is a function? A, vertical line test, must cut once. We did this one as well. We did do this one here. We want to get f inverse of 1 is 1 over x plus 1. 1 over x plus 1, yeah? So the answer is 0. We did this one already. There is to the power n this time, is not pi. Root 5 minus 1 over 1 plus root 5. 2014. Root 5 minus 1 over 1 plus root 5. A half into 3 minus root 5. The value of x for which this is equal to that is, for those of you who actually have a calculator that can plug in a particular base, just plug in 5, check 5, see if you get it equal, plug in 23 over 4, plug in 4, plug in 16 over 7. Let me see if this is a repeat. I don't think this is a repeat. Right? I don't think it's a repeat. So the left hand side remains as is. Log 2x plus 1 to base 3 is equal to log, I'm going to introduce a log of 3 to base 3. This is 1. Right? This is 1. So 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give me 2. Alright? So this value here not changing, but I just put including a base 3 to do some operations on it. Okay, 3x minus 11 to base 3. I'm bringing this on top here. This becomes log of 9 plus log of 3x minus 11. When we add in logs with the same base, we multiply the numbers. 9 into 3x minus 11. I'll have the same base on both sides, so I'll remove logs, is equal to that. 2x plus 1 is 27x minus 99. Move the x. 27 minus 2x, no, minus 27 plus 2 is minus 25x, minus 99 minus 1 is minus 100, x is equal to 4. The series converges to the limit, a convergent geometric progression. This is the only thing that can converge. A GP is the only thing that can converge. And how do we calculate the number it converges to? You sum to infinity. A over 1 minus r, where r will be 4 over 3 divided by minus 2. 4 over 3 divided by minus 2. Minus 2/3 is going to be r. So A minus 2 over 1 minus 2/3. Minus 2 over 1 plus 2/3. Minus 2 divided by 1 plus 2/3 is minus 1 and 1/5, or minus 615. B. The sum of the first n terms of a GP is S sub n is 4 to the power n minus 1 for this series. The common ratio is 4. Which of the statements above are correct? So I'm looking for the correct statements. The first three terms are, alright, so let me check it out now. S1 is 4 to the, no. The first n terms. 4 to the power 1 minus 4, minus 1. S2 is 4 squared minus 1. S3 is 4 to the power 3 minus 1. This is 3. This is 4 4s are 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. 16 by 4 is 64. 64 minus 1 is 63. So 2 is correct. This is correct. So 1 is not correct. So you cannot be correct. You cannot be correct. And you cannot be correct. I don't even know how to do part 3. Make sense? Make sense out of nonsense now, man. The sum of that from 1 to 3 is, so k starts at 1, then we go in with k is 2, then we stop in at k is 3. 1 plus a half plus a third, 1 plus a half plus a third is 1 and 5, 6, or 11 over 6. The coordinates of the center of the circle, they're just for the center. So this is kind of a repeat. So x minus a, so a is 1 and b is minus 3, because I want to bring it in the form minus. So 1 minus 3 is the answer, A. The line passing through Q and H for it doesn't look like a repeat, doesn't look like it. 6, 8, 4, 8. Not a repeat, so we got to do the working. The line through the points Q and R is parallel to the line with the equation that the value of H is, so it's parallel, so which means their gradients are the same. So I'll calculate the gradient of this line here in the question. So y is equal to minus 2x plus 10. So the gradient is minus 2. So the gradient of QR supposed to also be minus 2. So the gradient of QR, x1, y1, and x2, y2. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is minus 2. 8 minus 2 is 6, is minus 2 into 4 minus h. 6 is minus 8 plus 2h. 14 is 2h, and h is positive 7. Number 23, points of intersection of the circle. All right, so this one I think was it is looking different. It is looking different. So I'm gonna check and see which points satisfies both equations, right? So all is going to satisfy the second equation because we have 3 and 1s right through, and anything to be squared is going to be positive. So all of these are going to satisfy the second equation here. I want to know which one satisfies the first one now. Y minus x minus 2. So I check in 3, 1. This is my x and my y. Y minus x minus 2. No, not going to work. So 3 and 1 not going to work. Right, so this not going to work. I'm going to try the last one. I'm going to try 1 and 3. There's x and there's y. Y minus x minus 2. 3 minus 1 minus 2 is 0. Yeah. So it looks like D is my answer. I'll just double check. I'll double check this here. Minus 3 and minus 1, right? X, y, y minus x minus 2, 1 plus 3, minus 1 plus 3 minus 2 is 0. So yeah, answer is D. Equal, two vectors are equal, same magnitude, same direction. Unit vector 1 over 13. The acute angle AOB is dot product. All have to be over the root 90, but what is the top? Is it 1 or is it 11? So the dot going to be 6 plus minus 5, which is 1. Repeat. X is acute, cos x is 3/5, then sine 2x is, repeat as well, 24 and 25. Yeah, 24 and 25. Let me see if I find the repeat for this question here. What number is this? Reach number 27 already. Tricks could be around that area. I think this was 2013, you know. Yeah. Value of sine 2x is protractor pi on 4. This is a repeat as well. So this was 1.5 and how much? 45 degrees. (1.5) and 45. 3 pi on 8. Sorry. B. Aha. Sine 2x. Let's see if they fix the question, right? Sine 2x means we complete 2 periods in 1 revolution, or we complete 1 revolution in pi radians, which is part D. So they did fix it. This was another repeat question where we just had to brute force it. Trial and error it. X plus 20 is cosine x. X plus 20 is cosine x. So the answer was 35 degrees. Right, alpha plus 45 is going to be A. Correct everything so far. 8 pi on 5 radians, we could calculate it. 8 pi over 5 multiplied by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel. 8 by 180 divided by 5. 288 degrees. Right, sine theta is 5 on 13. Tan theta going to be minus 5 on 12. This is a repeat. Sin x over 1 minus cos x plus sin x over 1 plus cos x. Repeat again. Just repeat it 3 times in a row, man. Yeah, same thing. Sin x over 1 minus plus sin x over 1 plus sin x over 1 minus plus 2 over sin x. Not a repeat, so you gotta work it out. 5 minus x to the half. When I differentiate, I get a half into 5 minus x to the minus a half multiplied by minus 1. So I get minus 1 over 2 root 5 minus x. Minus 1 over 2 root 5 minus x. Answer is D. We did, this is a repeat. The differential of cos is minus sine x. And I want to know when x is pi on 6, which is 30 degrees. Minus sine of 30 degrees is minus sine of 30 is negative a half. The curve C is given by the equation that the values of x at which the points are stationary occur at, so this is a repeat, but I'll still do the working. Differentiate and put it equal to 0. 6x squared minus 6x minus 12 is equal to 0. Solve it. 6 minus 6 and 12. Imaginary, imaginary. 6x squared 6 minus 6 minus 12. I didn't put the minus 12. 2 and minus 1. To x, then dy dx is 4x plus minus 3 sine x. See, the curve C for the equation y is equal to f of x as stationary point as that. We did this already. The stationary point, the second derivative is going to be greater than 0, which means we have a smile, which means we have a minimum point. A is greater than 2. Number 40, this is a repeat from last year. A is greater than 2, A was 6. I mean, if I see a trend here, guys, the trend is the years a little bit before the current year. Sorry, the years a little bit before the current year repeats a lot. So I think after this 2016, I'm going to do 2020 and 2021. And once I'm feeling good, I'll do 2019, 2018 specimen paper and 2017 one time. All right, so I'll skip a couple years just to cater for those two more recent papers. The region bounded by the curve, the x-axis, so same thing, pi y squared, which is pi x to the power 4. This is a repeat. All right, B and A is less than C is less than B. I think this is 2013 repeat. 2014 repeat then. So C and A, B and C were the limits. C and A, B and C were the limits. So the answer is C. Is it the same thing as C? It is the same thing as C. Did this repeat as well? It did. The lines x is 2 and x is 3, and the equation is x squared plus 2x minus 1. X squared plus 2x minus 1. The lines are x is 2 and x is 3. The answer for this was 31 over 3. Number 44 was a repeat as well. Let's check and see. It definitely was a repeat. 3 and 1. We want 2 f of x dx plus 3. In this one, we want 4 f of x dx plus 5. So they changed it up a bit. Same type of working. So this here is 6. So 4, the integral between 4 and 1, f of x dx plus 5. This is 6. 6 fours are 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. And the integral of cos x minus 2 sin x. So they changed up 45 as well. Yeah, all's well and fine. So y is cos x, dy dx is minus sin x, so the integral of sine is minus cos. Y is sin x, dy dx is cos x, so the integral of cos is sine. So I want the integral of cos, which is sine x, take away the integral of sine is negative cos, so this could be negative 2 cosine x. This combines to give me a plus. Sine x plus 2 cos x. Sine x plus 2 cos x. Looking like this one here, part D. Alright, so again, if you have a question, leave it down. Give the video a time to render to get you all in high quality. Leave a like, share up the video, and I'll see you guys for 2020 in the next video. Peace.